like, he was backing off the people. He just kind of like leaning up the kid. So you haven't seen Harry since the day you went to check that? Can you tell me what he looks like? Right. Yeah. You said that before, that he walked off twice. He's going gray? Yes, he's going gray. And he had school for college. Okay, and I have to ask, only because there's some people that don't, okay? Yeah. To be circumcised. Okay, the Highway Family Center. Cousin also sees AIDS and Virus Pregnancy, SAIDE, and you did a birth? Kathy Barak, family therapist. K-A-T-H-Y-B-A-C-K. And you're her family therapist, am I correct? Okay. And you said he's the ex-boyfriend. How long ago was that? A month and a half ago. How long did you go out with him? Yeah, I met her when I went to dinner at his grandmother's house. Okay. And do you know Harry's last name? No, for one. Do you know where she lives? Yeah, so in 72nd, 4 streets away from me. Okay. And my dad. Tell me now, what happened with Harry? We were over there watching the movie, and this guy called, or actually the woman, but it's their dad. So I don't know exactly what the woman said, but she said, do you have anybody that, are you doing any sort of guys and girls where you live? I don't know how much money, but this man is going to pay her money. And then she has to go to Marshall's to go get a skirt. We went around in school. Went around in school. Tell me what happened in school. In school, we were saying that I got paid $300 for the old man, that old guy. He's saying anything, right? Yeah. It wasn't 55 saying anything. It's going on. What is you met him at like a party, that's the only thing I met him at this island people, and then there's like little, what you do with the island? I'm like, can you do this like really? And she's like, I know. And I knew the Michael when she got a person stuff, so she got paid too, but I'm gonna get on into she knows terrifying. Okay. I don't want them to keep going down. She couldn't tell me what it was. She got really mad at me. She said, no, you're not going, yeah, she did. You know when, like, the people are, there's that towards the beach more? Yeah, that way. There was a two-story house in there, and there was like a pinkish color. Cabinet was really, and then the door was like, so you walk in, and on the left-hand side, so you're in the kitchen area. What happened next? But the lady, and you're sitting down, and the lady's there. What is she doing? When it towards the door, there's a note that says, I'll be right back. You can take off your coat. And they left, and there was a bedroom out there, so she just went out there, and I don't know, but there's, like, as he's running on the table, he took off his towel. I know maybe this is question. Yeah, because when you got off the table, and I have to ask, only because there's some people that don't, okay, to be circumcised. Kind of like some people say, how do you know Haley? And I was like, last time he's my boyfriend, so he's my boyfriend. He went down, got the towel, and then he left it in, so you could hear him, like, you could obviously tell what he's saying. I don't want to steal out of it. I don't. You're not going to steal. Because, you might say it's sex noises, he may say, what I was singing. So this is what I'm saying. He was like, phoning noises. Yeah, phoning noises. Okay. And what did you okay, well, he like, I thought he was going to go out of the room, but he didn't go out of the room. And then I was massaging his feet, and he's like, as I was doing it, put the towel on again, I put the towel and went out of the room, and had these other girls, and they were like throwing me because they were only had like one tooth, and then that was when he told they were happy. So he's like, thank you for your time, and then he left, and then he's like, you can see her out, and then we left the thing where we came in, and then he was like, oh my god, here it is. Oh, how did you like it? Like, how much did he give you? How much did he pay you? And I'm like, $3. And I was kind of like, because she's really classic, and then she's looking really weird, and she's like telling his reasons and all that, and then we went in the car, and when we were in the car, she was like, let me see what you do here. And then I showed her my $300, and she's like, just go in the market. And then What did his friends say? Did they say anything about it? I wouldn't say, I don't know if I just knew or not,